Hey guys, Jeff here from Brinson's again. Today I want to show you what we found is some best practices for loading and unloading a boat on a hoist. A lot of our customers ask us for some pointers and some tips, so we figured why not show you. So if you follow me, here we have a trifecta tri-tune on one of our Shoremaster hoists. Again, this can be applied to pretty much any hoist you're going to be used to using. Right now you can see the boat's at a good level. We haven't used this boat in a while, so we're going to lower this down in the water. The key here, obviously it's really nice to have a motor, whether it be battery or a plug-in, really saves on cranking that wheel every time. So definitely having this helps, but I just want to get the boat in the water just enough to float it. I don't want to lower that hoist down too far. A lot of people have issues where they're not paying attention and they let this cable go down too low. And pretty much, no hoist is meant to be wound up backwards. So that would definitely be an issue. Again, you just want the boat floating. So I can tell the boat is floating right now. It's a very calm day, so it's going to help us. And again, I don't want to go down too low. I don't need to, because it's going to help me when I put the boat back on the hoist to just be able to get on there nice and easy and still be able to use my guides. If I let these guides go too far down in the water, it's pretty much useless. Okay, we're floating. We're ready to hop on in. Now, I've already done my safety check. Let's start this thing up. Make sure I don't have any other boats around me. And again, a very nice calm day. I do have the wind coming out of the south, so I'm just going to watch my sides and make sure we don't hit anything on our way out. Nice and slow. Again, neutral is your best friend if you need to. Make sure your motor is pointed in the direction that you need, and simply back the boat out. Nice and easy. Okay, we have the boat off the hoist here. I want to show you guys the proper way, or what we recommend the hoist should look like in the water, again, when not in use. So again, my hoist right now, I have my guides, which are out of the water, the carpeting, if you can tell, in that location, and then I have my bunks that are in the water. Again, just enough for the boat to float, so when I come back in, it's going to be very easy for me to use my guides to direct the boat into the hoist and not risk hitting a dock or hitting the hoist. And I'll show you guys over here. I'm going to start cranking this up. Again, I can recommend where you want to stop the hoist so you don't have any interference with any sort of wind or water. If you get a nice choppy day, you do not want the boat to float off of the hoist. And again, just to go over some parts, here we have our guides, which are going to help guide the boat into the hoist. We have our bunks, which again, this is a tri-tune setup for a tri-tune setup on a hoist. Our bunks are what holds the tri-tunes or the pontoons up out of the water, and then this square piece down below is what we would call the cradle. So as I'm cranking this hoist up, my cradle down here, again, I do not want to bring that cradle past this caution stop sign. So here we just want to show you without a boat on the hoist of where you want to stop this hoist. The absolute worst case scenario, you do not want to exceed past this caution stop here sign. So again, showing you where my cradle is right now. You want to stop pretty much just below that, just for the video's sake and the time's sake. We're going to stop right here. But again, you do not want to bring your cradle past this location. You will overexert the hoist, potentially breaking a cable or damaging another part of the hoist. All right, guys, we just had a really nice day out in the lake. It's now time to put our trifecta tri-tune back onto our Shoremaster hoist. I'm going to show you what we find to be the easiest way to do it and some of our best practices. Hopefully this helps you. So today we have a nice calm day. A little bit of boat current, but a small slight wind coming out of the south. And I'm just going to use that to my advantage when guiding myself into this hoist. Again, there's really no rush. Nice and slow, you want to approach your hoist. you know, the boat is still gonna move and have lots of momentum. Just kind of want to use that. I guess some of the best practices that I would suggest is always have your engine, your motor facing the right direction before you give any sort of throttle. And just kind of let the boat onto the hoist nice and easy. I already opened my bow door up to give myself a little bit of better visibility. And again, very subtle movements here, nice and slow. And I have my hoist just enough in the water so the guides are helping guide me onto the bunks. And almost stopping me so I can't go too far forward. Again, I don't want to hit that lower unit. And we are good right there. So I'm going to shut the boat off. And best practice that I have is to always trim my motor out so my lower unit is completely out of the water. And at this time would be where I would have all of my guests and any large items such as coolers or anything, bags, I would have them take off the boat now. Again, these hoists are rated to just hold the boat and basic gear on the boat. Again, not holding a lot of people on the actual hoist. So I'm doing a quick look over. The boat looks properly on the hoist. I have my cradle pretty much in the center of the back, you know, not too far forward, not too far back. In this situation, this boat looks to be in a good spot. I'm going to start cranking the boat up now and get it out of the water. And again, you don't need to crank the hoist all the way up to its max limitations, just enough to get the boat out of the water. If you have a storm coming in or any sort of large chop on the water, you just want to pretty much have the boat up just enough to avoid having any issues with that and potentially having the boat float off of the hoist. A best practice I like to do is just kind of look over the boat, make sure everything's sitting properly onto the hoist and there's nothing's crooked or not, again, properly onto a bunk. So today for this video and our current weather conditions, I am happy with where the boat sits right now. This will be at a good, safe location for the overnight, and I shouldn't have anything to worry about. I'm now going to put the cover back on the boat and go about the rest of my day. Okay, we hope this video helps you at least knowing how to properly take your boat on and off of a hoist. Again, this applies to any sort of boat, whether it be a tri-tune, a pontoon, a V-hull, a center console, whatever that may be, the same practices are going to go into place. If you guys have any questions, please reach out to us, brinsonmarine.com. You can follow us on Instagram, Facebook, all the social media channels. You can call us 315-469-4867 or stop in and see us, 4553 West Seneca Turnpike, Syracuse, New York, 13215. Thank you.